again. Hello. Welcome back. Every element in CSS can be thought of as a box with four parts or areas. This is something we're going through my notes here. The content, look at it as a box with a content in it. So whatever it is, it's an article or something that has content. You might be making a table. There's a lot of things you could be doing. But the first box is content. That's what's in there. There's a box going around it called padding. So you could have 1 pixel padding. The next box going around it is border. And then the next box going around that is margin. So it's 4 boxes inside of each other. Content, padding, border, and margin. They went over those. And then we went over DevTools again a second time in Google to inspect the work that you're doing. I like using WC3 Validator, you know, where you upload the file and they look at it and tell you if there's anything wrong with it. But I understand DevTools. They went through all that again. It shows the entire HTML tree. And DevTools will show the calculated values for width and height and margin, border, padding, all of those things. DevTools allows you to edit CSS properties in the browser, check and uncheck the ones that you need. Use the plus in the upper right hand corner to add a new CSS rule, but you're just messing with the inspect. You're not actually making the changes to the document. You'd have to go back and make those changes on your CSS file. The padding shortcut takes either value specified in units, em, rem, or pixels, or in percentage values. All values must be positive. When one value is specified, it applies to all 4 sides of the element. 2 pixel border, then there'll be a 2 pixel border all the way around it. When 2 values are specified, the first value is the top and bottom, and the other value is left and right if there's 2 of them specified. When 3 values are specified, the first is the top, and the second is left and right, and the third is the bottom. When all 4 values are specified, you go clockwise from the top. The padding can be, alternate padding can be applied with also padding top, padding right, padding bottom, padding left. You can write it out like that or just use the shorthand. Margin, just like padding, the values can be rem, em, pixels, or percentage. The same thing for padding and margin are the same. Margin top, right, left, bottom, you can go out that way, or you can use the shorthand. Margin, all the same. When 2 values are specified, when 3, when all 4, the values are all the same for margin as well as padding. So the border width, the thickness of the border can be thin, medium, or thick, or the default is normal. The border style, the style of the border can be solid, none, dotted, double line. The border color is specifies the color of the border. Outline, the shorthand property, like not a member of the box model. And all those outline notes are the same for padding and margin. Padding and margin notes, reread those. Things that I mentioned, 2, 3, 4 numbers are applied, values are applied. You put them like 4 would be clockwise from the top. Same thing. Border style has dashed, dotted, double, groove, hidden, inset, none, outset, ridge, solid. We talked about border style, so I wrote those down. Those come in handy later on, let us hope. Box shadow is almost the same as text shadow. It's almost the same thing. Background color, red or blue, whatever. Background color, which can be red or blue or whatever color you want it to be. Background image, repeat in the default value. The space, the images, like the image that you have, it'll repeat. If you have a small image in a bigger box, a small image in the content, it'll repeat itself all over. But you can have it no repeat or repeat. The round, you can round off, round, space, the image is repeated as much as possible without clipping, and then repeat is the default value. And no repeat, you can have it just the image just sitting there without being repeated a million times if it's small, or maybe it's repeats 2 or 3 times because it's big. Background repeat, one value specific to both horizontal and vertical. 2 values specified, first horizontal and the second is vertical. Background repeat, repeat X and Y. You can go to the offsets again and have background repeat, repeat X and repeat Y. You can use those offsets if you want. And I'll turn the page here. I don't know how long it's been. It hasn't been that long. Let's see. Here we go. Talked about overflow. That's right. The property that sets what happens when the content in the container is too big and can no longer fit inside that container. That's the overflow. The default value is visible. Content just overflows out of the container. It just spreads everywhere. Hidden, the contact is cut off to fit the container, the content. So only so much goes in there and then it's sliced off. If you had it visible and there was a lot of content, you would see the content just go right out of the box and be right below the box, below the lines of the box. If it's hidden, it was visible. When it's hidden, that stuff would be cut off and you would only see the part that was inside that container that could fit. You can get a scroll bar. You can add a scroll bar by adding the scroll. You can get auto. A scroll bar will be used as needed. That to me would be the default for me. Auto scroll bar will be added as needed. Background attachment. You can scroll, default, fix scrolls with its element. So you have something that'll scroll with it, like scroll fixed. It will not move, but when you scroll, the words will scroll in front of it and fixed. And then local is the background image fixed, and the image and scroll within the contents. It's kind of like scroll a little bit. But the background image is fixed and it scrolls inside the contents. Same thing as scroll darn near. Ah, this must be it because there's the pin I was using. Background position, keywords and coordinates. Center, top, bottom, left, and right. Coordinates or pixels in the background. You can get the background position, bottom, left, whatever, in percentages or pixels. If you want the background position, you have a small little star, you say, and you want to move it around. You can move the background position by putting pixels or percentages to move it inside of there, one side. It all starts from the top left corner. So if you put 10%, then it goes 10% from that top left corner. Put 20%, 20%. You put 20 pixels, 20 pixels away from the top center, top left, top left. Creating a hint class, leads season section. Yeah, I have to go back to that. Background size contains image big as possible. Cover clip to match the image. Length in units or percentages. And auto is the default value for background size. So if you have to contain, then the image as big as possible, cover its clip just to match the image. And that's it. So that's it. I gotta start writing things and get a lot quicker than I am. I'm kind of slowed down a little bit, so no big deal. I will see you again next time. And thank you very much. Like and subscribe. Yeah, all that good stuff. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.